Sim racing for me is more than putting in fast lap times. The best time I have is when immersion and competition complement each other and lead to that mythical oneness with the vehicle. When we think that this digital polygon cluster is an actual extension of our will and limbs. For most of us, the prerequisite for this is a somewhat balanced setup of FFB, FX, and HUD. But what happens when we completely crank that up? I'm talking maximum FFB, maximum FX, like G-forces, look to apex, helmet view. In short, everything Automobilista 2 can offer to intensify the driving experience. Will this still be immersive? Or is it just getting absurd? These are my current Fanatec driver settings for Automobilista 2, and I only switch between 360 and 1080 to set the right sensitivity or maximum steering angle. Everything else is the same. I only change the forces in the game. What you see here are my basic settings, which I would call balanced. A slightly immersive view, reminding me of some kind of realism, but also I can do my best times with these settings. This will be my starting point in every car. Here are my force feedback settings. Gain is at 70, FX on 10, manual spring strength 5, the rest is off. My default setting per car is also around 70, depending on the car, between 60 and 70. And these are the values that we're gonna change, put to the max. And if I say we're gonna crank them up to the max, I mean we'll put gain at 100, FX at 100, and we'll put all the movement settings on or to max to achieve the most intensive, the most shaky, the most forceful setting. Also, there is this final setting that we'll have to adjust, and this is the vehicle-specific FFB. We're gonna crank it up to 150%. Let's see if it works out, how it feels, how it looks. Here we go. The BMW 2002 is one of the oldest touring cars, a very light car, rear-wheel drive, light in the rear, and accordingly it is mostly about controlling that rear, controlling the oversteer. That's the main work you gotta do, and that of course means a lot of counter-steering. In these settings, which I call my balanced, slightly immersive, yet also competitive settings, this feels really cool, really great. I can do fast times here, I can compete with the AI, and it is a lot of fun and gives me that sense of immersion and realism that I like in AMS2 so much. But now, let's see how this car feels when we crank it all up. So now I've set really everything to max. Gain 100, low cruise sport is off. Effects at 100, normally it's 10 for me. Gain I was at 150, what the game can do. The camera options, everything is on or at 100. Wow. Okay, even turning the wheel with one hand in any direction, I can tell you now it's, yeah.
On your right. Stay right.
Oh God. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's so reluctant and so heavy. And this guy is already helmet view.
On your left. Clear left.
this is cockpit view now.
Car left.
As I'm desperately trying to keep the car on the track and
3 wide, you're in the middle. Clear left. Right side.
try to counter steer with
Left side. Clear left.
the maximum force that my CSLDD
Right side.
is
Clear right.
about to put out.
Right.
Oh
Still there. Clear right.
man, this is yeah. If this was the real torque, the real forces in these cars, I gotta say,
Left side.
oh,
Hold your line. Clear left.
chapeau to all those drivers of the Bimmer
Car right.
2002.
Hold your line.
Oh,
Hold your line. Clear right.
they had their workout done properly. This is so difficult. I mean, the car is moving and shaking constantly. And as such, it's demanding to keep on the road. Not talking about driving precisely or quick, yeah? Because these cars tend to oversteer a lot. So, yeah. I mean, this is more a workout than a race, for me at least. It takes so much away from what you actually want to do, and that is drive precisely and imagining I do this with a direct drive wheel of 20 or more Newton meters. Come on. No. It's just a struggle, so let's move on to something newer and quicker. Okay, but before we're gonna do that, let's rate the old Bimmer on my absurdity meter. I'll give it a 3 out of 10 low absurdity. Now let's try more or less the same with a much more modern and more powerful car. The BMW M6 GT3 it is. And now again I'm back to my balanced and moderate settings with 70% in-game gain and also about 70% car FFB gain. I'm cruising around here only with the whoops only with the G-forces on in cockpit view, a bit of lateral, vertical and longitudinal as you've seen it in the intro. So these are my basic settings. Now let's see how this looks in cockpit view.
Sector 2 is 0.8.
I'd say still drivable and immersive. Perhaps even cooler.
You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1.
Okay, but now I'd like to do the following. First of all, let's add here helmet look to apex, helmet leaning. As always, this is of course too much, too extreme. Yeah. And what's happening of course is, here you can see it, due to the track's characteristics with its elevation changes, it's partly bumpy. Oof. Sections and yeah, these cambered corners, the helmet leaning increases this overall sensation and feeling, which is still cool, I gotta say, cool. So
Sector 2 is 3.2 off the pace.
if you're up to a very immersive,
On your left.
yeah,
Still there.
a very immersive drive,
Okay, Timo.
Left side.
this is still pretty cool.
Still there. Clear left.
Although, again,
driving competitively, well, at least demands some practice, I'd say. Sometimes the look to apex, or how the camera looks to the apex, feels a bit off reality. Which this distracts me a little from and disconnects me from my wheel movement. I find that pretty odd, if you know what I mean. So now let's go all in, so to say, and switch to forces on maximum. So it's 100 here, 100 here, and going all in here. So what's the max here? 150, I guess. Yeah. This is cockpit view with the G-forces and all the leaning and looking to apexes and maximum force. And again, I mean, it may only be 8 Newton meters, but this has taken my breath away here and there. And precision is suffering greatly. The more you want to drive competitively, the less your forces will be. Look at that, yeah. And now let's go full in. Cockpit view, all forces maxed out. It's hard for me to even stay on the track. So yeah, it's manageable, and I mean, for some great video shots, for some great footage, this might be very, very cool. But for driving fast, I don't know, perhaps 5 laps, and then my arms say, call it a day, Timo, call it a day. Just for info, the AI is at 100 here, and in my optimal balance settings, I can compete with them.
Sector 2 is 1.8 off the pace.
But this is, once the sight goes back, this is so irritating. It is hard work right now, yeah. It's much harder than anything I've done in real life. And I've driven some low-powered Formula cars, of course, without power steering. I've driven some sports cars. And this feels heavier than go-karting. Definitely.
So what's it gonna be for the M6 GT3 on my absurdity meter? It's a 5 out of 10 medium absurdity.
These are my light G-force settings. As you know, 20, 25, 5.
3.7 seconds off the pace.
And then
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Only a bit of looking to the apex and camera leaning flavor in it. Now let's switch to helmet view and let's compare this one, or if there's any difference. Yeah, it's a variation of this sort of immersion. The helmet view is a little more blurry and has this muffled sound, but overall still raceable, not too shaky. I'd say okay. Again, I wouldn't be able to do my best times in this view, I guess, but for those of you who are
Left side.
on this side of immersion, that might be the oops up.
Hold your line.
Right view for you.
Hold your line.
But now let's crank it up. So okay, first again let's try the normal cockpit view and see how that feels.
It takes it's clear. Push.
Oh god, this is so reluctant. Yep, these forces, oh, so heavy.
Right side.
There's this resistance to overcome this initial force and weight.
Car left. Clear left.
Oh yeah, a lot more movement in the car in every direction. Longitudinal, vertical, oof. Lateral, of course. Oh, and it's
On your right. Clear right.
it's again so hard to judge where to brake. I think you can already see how different this is. Of course, I can only tell you how it feels regarding the forces, but how the view has changed is really comprehensible, I think. Oh, look at this, look at the shaking. All right. Oh god, too late.
Left side.
You'll need a strong stomach for that.
Just gone out of track limits.
Okay. Yeah, now let's go for the ultimate challenge here. That's helmet view. And of course everything on max. Well, I mean, it looks great, but yeah, now the wheel is pulling to the outside.
On your left. Clear left.
Yeah, it's always the same effect and impression I have, that it's so hard to judge the breaking points, the lines, the apexes. It may look cool, I don't know.
15 minutes.
You will have to tell me how it looks. Oh, but it doesn't feel very natural.
Hold your line.
So up to 6th gear and
Still
let's
there.
see, I mean, yes, this constant pull to the outside.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
I mean, I can only hope for, wow, the real pros, the real DPI drivers, that these are not the actual forces they have to endure all of the time. I mean, it's really draining, sucking away your concentration. And for esports, it's, well, it's nowhere in the vicinity of competitiveness. No chance. No chance.
Still there.
But it doesn't look as shaky and fucked up as I thought.
Right side. Clear right.
It's just too much force to do this,
Clear right.
yeah, for a longer period of time, for me at least.
The DPI on the Daytona road circuit will get a 6 out of 10 medium absurdity.
So this then is the ultimate challenge. It's the Lotus 98T, sort of F-Classic Gen 1 it is. As before, we'll start you with moderate settings, somewhat balanced settings, immersive and competitive, if you ask me. But it is already pretty demanding, because this car is So hard to drive. Almost 1,400 turbo HP out of a 1.6 liter engine.
New fastest lap.
Boost pressure is at 100%, so we're all in here.
2.0 off the pace.
Now can even hit the boost down to 4th. A lot of downforce, but never enough. And I don't even dare to press the pedal down to the metal. God damn it. Yeah, but it's drivable. It's drivable. And it stays somewhat comprehensible. I don't dare to say that I'm driving precisely, but let's call it controllable. Okay?
Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
But now let's go back to the pits and put up everything to max. So there's 150 gain here. Of course, high speed check on, 100 lateral G-force effect, longitudinal, vertical effect, all to 100. Look at the apex, yes we will, as far as we can. Helmet leaning, oh yes please. And camera leaning, why not? Why not? Yes. Why? Because we can. Okay, controls. Bam, 100 effects. Yes, I want effects. Have I forgotten something? No. Oh, yes, of course I've forgotten something. I've forgotten to put helmet view on. So here we go. All right. Oh god, no. My god. Oh my god. That's almost 3 times the power, and look at that. Look at these shakes, and it's, oh god, it's hardly, oh god,
Just got out.
actually I don't know where to focus my view. I mean, yeah, this looks great, and this makes for some nice impressive immersive footage, but in a competitive regard, I think this is actually not usable. What do you think? I mean, well, again, off the track, no chance. Woo.
Alright, team.
What completely irritates me is the vertical shake. Oh god, and of course the sheer force I have to work against.
B13.
Come on, I'll try to do at least one more or less clean lap. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, it's also, yeah, the effects are awful, I gotta say. There's a reason I have effects down to 10. There's a constant rattling all over the place. Don't know, simulating the road texture or the suspension, not sure.
Right, clear right.
Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, so can I hit that corner? Yes, somehow.
Sector 2 is 0.8.
Yeah.
Pace.
I know, not fast, but somehow I managed to stay on the track.
Left side, clear left.
Yeah, I'm unable to hit these apexes. No chance. Wow. Okay. Who would voluntarily do that? But of course you have to know your enemy. That is, you have to know the extremes to be able to judge what's good for you. And this is definitely way too much in every respect. Oh god, yeah, alright.
The Lotus 98T on Brands Hatch can only get a 9 out of 10 high absurdity. Okay, so far so good. And now let the pain begin. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oops. Oof.
Car left.
Thunderstorm setting, Monaco, with a
Left side. Clear left.
1.5 liter V6, 1500 HP. That's the second gear, and I'm just trying not to hit anything. Let's see how long I'm able to. Oh. Throttle about 15-20% perhaps. Don't dare to push it any further. Oh god, please turn. And oh god, come on. Oh. Wow, did they race these cars in the wet?
Just done a 141.04.
This is suicide. I mean,
Clear right.
oh god. Is this anyhow feasible?
Clear left. Left side. Clear left. Car left.
Oh god. I haven't touched the wall. I haven't touched it. And we're already 1 minute in.
Clear left.
Great.
Left side.
Oh god. Yeah, left side, please. Why don't you just go by, huh? Please go by, please. I'm not here for racing, man.
Clear left.
Oh, turn.
Car right.
Oh, God.
Clear right.
That's his first gear.
Car left. Clear left. Right side. Clear right.
Fourth gear. Okay. Okay. Oh, going slow as a snail, but still nobody can overtake me.
Sector 1 is
Oh, come on.
off the pace.
That's the origin factor. Oh, first time hitting. Ouch.
Clear left.
Ah. And now let's enjoy these 5 seconds of dryness. The guy's going through. Oh god, oh
Clear
god.
right.
Oh no, please don't. Oof. Somehow I was able to decelerate the car, not to hit into their rear.
Chicane.
Oh,
Time is 147.86.
okay, now for the real view. Helmet. Yes. Doing. Well, I gotta say, not much of a difference. Whoa. This feels kind of immersive. Whoa, yeah. Well, yeah, but the absurdity from a racing point of view is, well, yeah, another level. Oh, God. And as I said, this is about 50% throttle. It's still before, too late, Timo. Before the turbo kicks in, really. Don't dare to. No. It's not possible to go in a straight line. It's either wheel spin, oversteer. Oh, guys, what you doing? Ouch! Hey! Let's restart the engine. Now, come on. Here we go. All right, guys. Haven't seen that in that game. Cool. Okay, ATS. Like in a parking lot. Woo. It's a survival game in this mode. That's the whole difference.
Clear right, on your right. Hold your line.
Alright guys, alright.
Clear right.
Not especially the most fun I've had in sim racing and with the MS2. But perhaps the most painful and
Look at your left front going into
an intense session I've done so far. Yeah, come on, let's do a proper crash. And take the hands off the wheel. And that's the final boss, Lotus 98T on thunderstorm, wet, Monaco. Can only be an 11 out of 10 absurdity. Guys, and I dismiss you with this proper view to the heavenly Christian cross. Well, I hope you had some insights. I hope you had a laugh. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye.